Hello, this is Rich.
Hey, Rich. It's Brian from Rockeyez. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm in sunny, open Pensacola, Florida.
Oh, yeah? What's the weather like there?
It's brisk.
Yeah. Here.
Not too cold, not hot at all, but just feels good.
Cool. Congratulations on the new video, Pleasure and Pain. How much is the new material that's going to come out differ than the EP that came out in 2011?
Well, I mean, literally, we re-recorded Basement, Syndrome, and Take This. So 3 of those 6 songs,
right,
and Resurrection. So 4 of those 6 songs we actually redid. So literally, that's not that different, but it will be different in the fact that everything will be a lot more dynamic, and those recordings for that 6-song EP was kind of us. Hello, Aaron's here, our singer. That EP was kind of like I'm trying to think how to call it. It was a circumstantial, necessity where we kind of put it together piece by piece by piece, making the best out of the situation.
Right.
There was forethought to it and there was planning, but it was still at the same time, just for the moment, like, okay, let's do the drums now, let's do the vocals now, do the guitars now, to try to keep everything moving. Whereas, like, the recordings for this album, since we've been playing the songs as a unit for the past few years, and, it really had more time to run a comb through it and kind of, like, fine-tune everything. The songs that we are still using, that we re-recorded, are a lot stronger, a lot more dynamic, a lot more creative. And then the new songs that no one has heard except for live, it touches, the thing with us is we're kind of both ends of the spectrum where we're heavy and we're light, and everything touches in between. And all these new songs do the exact same thing,
Right.
It's just, I guess, a smarter, more evolved, more mature version of all that. The stuff you hear in that first EP.
Right. Now, you played the Roxy and the Troubadour. What's the feeling like being on that stage when, legendary bands like Queen, Quiet Riot, and bands like that played that? And what's the feeling like on that stage, with all that history?
It's crazy. I mean, not being from LA, none of us are from LA. All of us are from cities, but mainly from the Midwest. Coming to LA in general and seeing the whole, overwhelmingness that it is, and then going and playing on those stages and like realizing, those things. It's kind of trippy, Like if you just do, it's like a lot of time for me when we played, we just, I know the name and I know the stuff, and it's just a cool thing and we do it. And then I really think about it and realize, like, like Jane's Addiction played the Roxy, and and all the different bands in different generations have all played at these venues. It's a cool part. It's a cool feeling to feel like you're a part of a history, part of a timeline and an evolution.
Right.
That's always like moving forward and evolving.
Cool. Is Aaron there too?
Yes, sir.
Aaron, what is it? You were a guitar player for OPTEP, and then now you're stepping out in front. What's the feeling like? Is there much difference, playing guitar compared to like being in the front of everything now?
Definitely. It's a transition. I've never just sang in a band. I've sang in bands, but I always played guitar too. And at first, you almost kind of feel naked because you don't have your comfort zone. That I've been used to having a guitar for the past 20 years of my life, and it's a different feeling in the sense that you really can communicate with the audience a lot more directly because
right.
I can actually speak to them. And it was definitely a transition for me. I had to get used to it, and I had to get comfortable with it. And it's still an evolving process. I feel confident now on stage, but it's still always getting better. And learning how to interact with people to get them excited and make them feel like they're part of what we're doing is always kind of changing. And even from night to night, from city to city, from crowd to crowd, you have to be able to gauge where the people are, you know, whether it be emotionally or mentally that particular day, or just culturally, depending on where you are in the country. All those factors come into it.
Cool. Now you're out with Mushroom Head right now?
Yep.
Cool. What's what's the crowd reaction to Gemini Syndrome at this point when you go to live shows?
It's been nothing but positive.
Cool.
Every show we've played has been incredibly positive. You know, people coming up and saying, "I've never heard of you guys before, but you've got a new fan." Yeah, a very good response from everybody.
Right. Now you're signed right now to Warner Brothers?
Correct.
Cool. How'd that come about? That's a really big label.
Yeah. This is Rich. Basically, the Warner Brothers thing, I'm trying to think how to describe it. The way it came about was literally, we were playing shows in LA. We, just through the domino effect of meeting people and people hearing about us, and I guess the urban legend of speaking of things, as a fan, we came across, our name came across their desk of somewhere in their A&R department, and it's like our name was thrown up against the wall and stuck, and specifically Ian Cripps, he was really, really into it, and he had a showcase, he kept up with the band, and when the time was right, he got in there and he talked to his bosses and said, "Hey, check out this band," and everybody was into it, and we went forward with it, and it was just a hand in hand kind of like, let's do this together thing.
Cool. Now, when is the new CD supposed to come out?
The CD, the tentative release date is the summer. We're still locking down an exact date, but the general consensus is it's going to be mid-late summer, so somewhere July, August time.
Cool. Now, Aaron, do you keep up with your martial arts studies?
I do. I try.
Yeah. What's like a regiment?
It's kind of hard on the road.
Right. I know. I guess you guys are tired of the dollar menu and stuff like that. Well, what is a healthy? What's a healthy meal for you guys now?
Oh, Rich, this is all you.
Oh, actually, we're not too tied to a dollar menu. In the past we have been, but we're actually doing pretty good right now. Where we might eat something bad once every couple days. The thing that we started doing on the Mushroom Head run is a majority of us started juicing. So we go to Walmart and we buy a bunch of fruits and vegetables, and then we're juicing once a night. We usually do it before we play, and if we do eat anything that's not super healthy, it kind of fills the gaps for that, and then it just keeps us feeling good and not getting sick.
Cool. That must push up your energy level a lot with vegging stuff.
Oh yeah, I'd never juiced before, and the first day we did it, I would have swore I'd chugged 2 monsters. Cool.
Now,
I'm not even on the juice train, but I tried it once and I was jamming.
Cool. So, what are your hopes for the rest of the year after the CD lands?
Tour. Stay on the road, Stay on the road and get in front of new people. Keep getting in front of new people.
Cool.
Spread the word out,
So, Aaron, what is it like, giving an autograph to a fan?
It's an honor, honestly.
Wow.
To think that, somebody wants our signature, and they take that home, that, it's important to them. It's a trip, There's a couple people floating around the country that had me sign, my autograph on their skin and then went and got it tattooed.
Wow.
That's like mind-blowing to see, see it on Facebook or whatever, you tattooed my name on your body. That's a trip, man.
Cool. Rich, do you feel you're blessed and actually you get to do something you actually love when 90% of people hate what they're doing?
I feel extremely blessed, and that's I spent a majority of my life doing things that I didn't want to do, working dead-end jobs or jobs that I just didn't want to have a future with, and wanting to do music. And that's why I moved to LA in the first place, was to get out of that cycle of that stuff and make a real honest effort to try to make this happen. So it's completely an honor and lucky feeling to see that, it's actually happening, that I can not have to do the things I used to do and be a part of this, and it's working, and it's always building, and it's awesome.
Cool. Cool. Now, Aaron, do you believe there's life after death?
Yes.
Why?
Oh boy. That's a really long answer.
Cliff notes.
Just my experiences in my life of the more spiritual or mystical end of consciousness. I just believe that.
Right.
I don't think that there's just nothing. And even if you want to go on a scientific level, there is 15 minutes of dream time consciousness after the body officially dies. There's still activity happening in the brain.
Right.
So, and the amount of time that a dream lasts for usually 7 to 15 seconds, but that dream in your experiential time could be a year.
Right.
And so even if it's not, we don't want to go to the religious end or the God end of things. There's definitely something still happening in your consciousness after your body's gone. So even in that sense, even if it's a created reality that you build, then there's still something happening.
Cool. Well, Rich and Aaron, thanks very much for this little chat today, and congratulations on the new video, and everybody can't wait for the new CD. Would you like to say anything in conclusion to the fans?
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, man.
We'll see you all very soon.
Cool. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.